Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Yeah, as you can see by my eyes, I'm tired. I'm bored of it. The grief. It's never ending. But we've been speaking about it openly and honest on this channel for the last couple of weeks. We've been hoping that we can get back to winning ways. We had a great opportunity, Feyenoord at home, under the lights at the Etihad, to get 3 points in the Champions League, end this barren run, and get ready and set for Anfield this coming Sunday. Well, we did end the losing streak. We did. We ended it. But not in the way we wanted to end it. 3-0 up at the Etihad. 3-0 up at the Etihad and coasting. Cruising. Second gear. No problem. Never looked in trouble. No problem. Q, disaster ball. Final 15 minutes. Few substitutions later. Playing a daft high line. Feyenoord score. 3-1. And you're thinking, it's only 3-1. We'll get the points. People will realise Man City's back to winning ways. 3-1. City had other ideas. 3-2. And then you're thinking, 3-2. People are going to go, oh, you just scraped past Feyenoord, blah, 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 blah. But then you're thinking, it's a win. A win's a win. We said that. We'll take it. No problem. Q, madness. Ederson comes flying out of his net. Cross comes in, back post. Rico Lewis up against a player. No chance. Heads it in. 3-3. Wow. Feyenoord. Not a great team. Not particularly doing well in Holland. Not particularly doing well in the Champions League. 3 goals at the Etihad. 3-all. 17 goals conceded in 6 games. Yeah, you heard that. Manchester City FC, the champions, 4 in a row. 17 goals conceded in 6 games. Terrible. I was in the studio at City with Paul Dickoff and Stevie Howe and Kel Spellman, and we were just flat. We were just flat. We didn't know what to say. We had to go on air afterwards and try and do some sort of positive spin on it, but you can't do it. You can't do it. And it's just not good enough. You know what I mean? It's not good enough. We spoke about it on here before, the levels we've got to at this football club and what this club have installed in us. That's a game where you coast into a 5-0 there, or you coast into a 4-0 or a 4-1 and there's no problems. The defending was terrible. We're too high up the pitch. There's no need to be that high. Game management. You've got to see the game out. You've got to manage the game out. You can't play that. I can't blame Pep, because when he brought them subs on, I thought it was a good idea to get some minutes in the legs of players. Are the subs good enough? James McAtee, is he good enough? Simpson Pussy is a young lad. Should he be anywhere around there? If Ruben Diaz has been training, why didn't he come on for 10 minutes? A lot of City fans were asking for Nunes to play. He did, and he did well for me. I thought he was one of the better players. I thought Rico had a lot of the ball. Again, did okay. He gets a lot of the ball. He gets a lot of touches, but the criticism I had of him was that physically in the midfield, he was getting pushed around a lot. And when he got to the final third, there wasn't quite, he didn't quite get that through ball or that pass. He's obviously watched the last video where I recommended that he play at fullback, and obviously criticised his performances because he unfollowed me on Instagram. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? If these players can't take a bit of criticism, especially from a fan that never gives any criticism to the players, never. I've been accused on this channel of being too positive. You never call the players out, Steve. You never do this. I mean, I'm a Man City supporter, so I love the team and the players. I'm never going to get on anyone's back. But I am entitled to my opinion. I am entitled to say I feel like he's a bit lightweight in midfield, or he should be playing fullback. And if that upsets people, then so be it. If that upsets him, then so be it. But I'm a supporter. you know, and I'm giving you my honest opinion. I only want the best for the team and the fans and the players. So it was a strange one, Zach. But we move, people. We move. You know what I mean? It is what it is. People are sensitive. People, you know, some people can take a bit of criticism. Some people can't. But hey ho, we're in a bit of a muddy situation at the minute. You know, I've got to go on these channels, Sky Sports, etc., trying to defend. They tried to come at us the other day saying we booed the team. We didn't boo the team. Nobody booed the team. You know what I mean? It was a unfortunate, you know, we conceded 3 goals, but no one's booing the team. You know what I mean? Everyone's behind the team. You've seen the videos of everyone in Mary D's singing we lost 5 in a row and all that. The Manchester City old school humour is going to come out. You know, because one thing you can say about these group of fans, the real hardcore Man City fans, is that, you know, they know how to take these on the chin. We've had a couple of younger fans having a meltdown and that, which is fair enough. They've never seen anything less, so they are going to be upset. But now is not the time for us all to start having a meltdown and panicking and unfollowing people and being a bit fucking weird online. Now's the time to be pulling together, putting it right on the pitch. Us fans pulling together off the pitch, not arguing with each other and causing splits in the fan base. Basically, we can only do our job. We can go and support the team, and we've got our opinions. That's it. And I value everyone's opinion. You know what I mean? Some people might, you know, disagree to my opinion. That's fine. That's fine. This is my channel. I say my thoughts. I'm fortunate enough people want to listen to my thoughts. If you don't like what I say, I said it last one. Just unfollow me. Go follow someone else. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's no problem. But it isn't good enough. You know, there seems to be a mentality problem there. We seem to be too easy to get at. We're going to Anfield on Sunday, which I'll talk about in a minute, which is going to be tough. You know, and the thing you got to remember is once Manchester City start losing, everyone is piling onto us. Every man and his dog is piling onto us. They're going to say, Pep, you know, Pep's cracking up. I've seen him scratch his head and all that, and his nose, and they're getting on Pep. They're going to get on certain players. They're going to get on certain parts of the support. The whole club's going to take a beating because there's been fans waiting for this downfall for 4, 5, 6 years. You know, there's people messaging me, and the last time they messaged me was 2019. So that's how long Manchester City have been top of the shop and rattling cages. So don't expect anything less, and it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. This is why we've got to come to a point where maybe the title gets written off. We have to take a step back. We have to go into the market in January. We have to get players in early. We have to get players up to speed, ready for a push towards the end of the season, because the way we're playing, top four could be, you know, looking dodgy. So we've got to make sure 100% we get that. The club needs that for the financials, and we need that to be in the Champions League. And then, you know, it gives a chance of new players to bed in over the course of another season. We might get slapped for another 10, 15 million, 20 million on top. But I'm not being funny. This is the situation the club has put itself in. In my opinion, the recruitment last 2 seasons has not been the best. You know, you're letting Alvarez go. You're not freshening it up. You're buying Calvin Phillips. It doesn't work. You're loaning him out. But you're not bringing anybody in. You bring Savinho in, who's a young kid. He's obviously got a bed in. He's being asked to play every week. You know, we've got the Bob injuries, the Doku injuries, the Diaz injuries, the Kovacic is now injured, Stones is now injured, Rodri's now injured, so that doesn't help. So we've left ourselves in a bit of a mess. Do you know what I mean? The academy players that are just under the first team, I don't think they're quite good enough to be thrown in to a Manchester City team that's struggling. So, yeah, we find ourselves in a mess, Blues. But we've got to be honest about it. How are we going to get out of it? And Sunday, Anfield, it's a ground where we never really do well. We don't perform when we've got the players we love there. So going there patched up against this Liverpool team who's top of the league, the top of the Champions League, they've just beat Real Madrid. They're going to have a coach greeting, all that jazz. They're going to be on us. They're going to be absolutely on us, and they're going to smell blood. And from the first whistle, if I'm Arnie Slot, I'm going to say, put it on these. The confidence is shot. The shape is shot. You know, we're a team that went from never being able to get pressed to now we're getting pressed. We're a team that used to press better than anyone in the world. We can't now press. You know, we're losing possession in stupid areas, making mistakes. Every single long ball over the top or down the flank looks like it's going to end up in a goal to them. And then we're missing chances. We're missing chances. Same against Feyenoord the other night. First 15, 20 minutes, 2 or 3 chances, we missed them. Tottenham, 2 or 3 chances missed. Brighton, 2 or 3 chances missed. Sporting Lisbon away, 2 or 3 chances missed. But the other team, when they're getting their chances, they're punishing us. So we've got to be honest. One part of me's hoping for a 1-0 shithouse win, shut up shop, get the win, and we're back in the mix. But another part of me's thinking, if Liverpool have got the tails up like they did last night and Anfield's firing, we're in for a big, big shock. A big shock. Now, I don't know what you guys think, and you never usually hear me talk about that, but I've got to be real. I feel this Manchester City team with my chest, and I have to know that, yeah, we're going there on Sunday and we're going to put it on them. I don't think we can put it on them that much. I hope to God they prove me wrong. I hope to God we go there. We're going to go there, all the lads and the girls. We're going to get behind the team on Sunday and sing our hearts out at Anfield. But I don't think there's a worse place in world football you could be playing other than the Bernabeu on Sunday when you're in a bit of shit. So, yeah, I hope Pep comes up with a plan. I hope Pep can figure it out. I hope Pep can come up with something different outside the box, some sort of system, something that can just change the game and allow us to get a result there. Obviously, with him signing a new contract, he's committed. I bet this week at the Etihad in the training ground, it's not been the best. The atmosphere has probably been terrible. But the senior players have got to rise. Ruben Diaz coming back, massive. He's a talker. Get behind the lads, talk, see the game out. Do you know what I mean? You've got players coming back from injury who aren't at 100%. They're looking at players in the team who are at 100%. You need to help him. You need to realise he's coming back from injury. He can't do it on his own. Let me double up on him over there. Let me track back. But we also need a threat, the goal threat. There's only one goal threat at the minute. It's Erling Haaland. Virgil van Dijk and Konate are going to try and wrap him up. That's when we need players coming from deep. Is Kevin De Bruyne fit enough? He come on the other night. He looks dangerous, Kev, but I just think he's missing them energy levels, Bernardo Silva has been flogged for weeks and weeks and weeks. The energy levels, are they there? Nunes, where's he going to play? Foden looked like he was having a good game the other day, knocking it about, getting in between the lines. Gundogan the other night, probably one of the best games he's had. And then they bring them all off and we capitulated. So it's going to be tough, Blues. It's going to be tough. And I don't think it's going to get any better. But we've got to be open and honest. We've got to get behind the lads. We've got to get to January within touching distance. If we can get to January within touching distance and buy some players, then we've got a chance. If we're 15, 16 points off by January, we've got to be realistic and realise that it ain't about the league anymore. It's about top 4 and regrouping, rebuilding, getting the confidence up for the cup competitions, the Champions League later stages if we get in them, and next season, World Club Cup, etc. I know that's stupid to say in November, but we've got to be realistic. We've got to be realistic and think, this isn't our season. We've got to take it on the chin. We've got to admit that the drop-off we've been anticipating for the last 4 years has finally come. Thank God it's come after we've won 4 league titles. So, we've had a good run of it. It is football. It does happen. Things happen in football. You can't always win. There's going to be a time where you get a kick in the bollocks. And at the minute, we're getting kicked in the bollocks regular. They're all queuing up down the block to kick us in the bollocks at the minute. And there's not a lot we can do about it. So, yeah, I'm going to be there at Anfield. Get there nice and early. Thomas Frost pub. I was thinking if we can get enough Blues in the Thomas Frost, we can leave together and walk across Stanley Park and go in the ground together. That could be an idea. The Thomas Frost is a Witherspoons pub. It's near Goodison. There's usually Liverpool in there, but not as many as City fans. It's a good mix, good crack. They'll allow away fans in, and it's literally a 10-minute walk across Stanley Park to the ground. I think that's the best option there if you're a City fan and you want a pint. Other than that, people, there's not a lot for me to say. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to moan about it. Do you know what I mean? I've said what I needed to say. We're not good enough at the minute. We need to put it right. We need to pull together as a fan base, go to Anfield and try and get a result. We definitely need bodies. We need to get Ruben Diaz fit. We need to get Jeremy Doku fit. And we need to start winning. Winning is the key. We need to start winning. If we fall short on Sunday, we go again. We move to Nottingham Forest at home and we go again. But anyone that thinks anyone's doing Man City any favours, sadly, it's not going to happen. So anyway, keep an eye on my TikTok at Big Steve MCFC. I do the odd little video on there. It is hard for me to get in here and start recording. I've got a lot of work going on at the house and I'm running around doing loads of stuff. People always ask me about Terry's Cult. Where'd you get your jacket from, Steve? Terry's Cult. Where'd you get your t-shirt from? Terry's Cult. Well, there's a Black Friday sale at Terry's Cult. There's 80% off at least. There's some mad bargains. 8 a.m. this Friday the 29th on terryscult.com. If you want a new jacket or gloves or a beanie for the game, affordable. It's even more affordable, up to 70% off. So get on Terry's Cult. It's a great clearance event. Lasts till Cyber Monday. Other than that, people, keep the faith. You know what I mean? Don't be too disheartened. Ignore all the haters. Don't fall for all the bullshit. Just realise that keep your mouth shut. Keep our head down. Our day will come. Come on, City. Let's go to Anfield and win.